Hey everyone, and welcome back to my Completionist playthrough of the Baldur's Gate Saga with SCS. And I'm still recovering from all of the blunders that I've made in the previous episode. I'll try to make less mistakes in this one. But before we progress anywhere, let's go back to the previous area for just one moment to loot the skeleton warriors that we've defeated and take their helmets, so that Jaheira and Anomen can have some protection against critical hits. So there are our two helmets. And I think I'm also going to give this Ring of Regen to Anomen and just cast a big heal on Jaheira. Alright guys, I know we were tired. Let's actually give them the helmets and re-equip Senashira now that her Phantom Blade has expired. And I'm really not satisfied with how all of that worked out. That was our one good opportunity to get some value out of Phantom Blade. This spell's one time to shine, and I've messed it up. Although we did get one good juicy hit with it on Dace near the end. And also while watching the previous episode, I've noticed that during the last fight with the Umber Hulks, Senashira already didn't have her Phantom Blade active anymore. So she is a truly heroic protagonist, you know, like fighting these giant Umber Hulk beasts with her bare hands. But anyway, here we have a whole another area to conquer. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through this whole dungeon without resting, and to make things more interesting. And right now, almost our whole party is fatigued, and we're running out of spells, but we'll have to make do somehow. Our only character that is not fatigued is Senashira, because that second haste didn't work on her, as she was wearing that Ring of Free Action at the time. And also our spells are not entirely depleted, because Edwin still has almost his whole selection still available to him. You can see how these projected images, how they expanded our spell library. And I'm not going to use them all the time. I don't want to abuse the spell, and sometimes they are a little bit more trouble than they are worth, but in an environment like this one, where we have to rely on our spells, you could see how much benefit we could get out of them. Anyway, there are some secret passages here, and once we use this device, this like horseshoe-shaped wheel, I think it's called, we're going to open this passage, and there are going to be some trolls in there. So let's position accordingly. Alright, now we can get this going. So there are 3 trolls, but I think there's at least 1 spirit troll with them, so this is not everything they have to offer. And actually let's throw in a little slow in there. Also we might stack the throwing daggers on Kirinai, and I might also give her that spear +3 whenever she needs a magical weapon to get through to a monster. And I think I'm also going to just already throw a quick Holy Smite with Anomen. Right, the slow was very effective. All of those trolls got affected by that. Alright, and now Anomen can go and throw himself into the fray. And also I think what we're going to do is use these piercing arrows on Imoen. And I think this one is already unconscious. So we're going to cast this Flame Blade on Jaheira, just to finish the trolls off with that. But we're not going to be able to finish the Spirit Troll off with that, because the Flame Blade is not considered a magical weapon, and you need magical weapons to get through to the Spirit Troll. So our options are actually very limited when it comes to dealing with the Spirit Troll. Because of that improved invisibility effect, you know, single target spells are out of the question. Also this Flame Blade is not going to work for us. And we don't have any AoE fire damage to deal with him in case we get unlucky. Well, we have one. We have this scroll of the Delayed Blast Fireball, which I would like to scribe. I don't want to use it from a scroll, but if we have to, then, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. But hopefully we will not get unlucky, because sometimes, you know, if you remember our adventures from the Druid Grove, for example, sometimes they can, you know, throw down, fall down unconscious while invisible, and then the only way we can finish them off is by some kind of an AoE spell, but we don't have any more of them available. I think he might be casting Flame Strike, because this cast is taking him a while. And, oh yeah, that's great. He cast it on Senashira, who is still under the effects of protection from fire, so you just wasted your spell, dude. And you can finish him off, Jaheira. Alright, let's get rid of the normal trolls first, because that Flame Blade is not going to last for too much longer. Alright, then actually let's now try to get that spirit troll. And I think I'm going to leave this glitter dust for a fight a little bit later. Alright, Greater Command is not effective against these people here because of course Senashira, Jaheira and Anoman are all protected by chaotic commands. Only Kiranai was vulnerable. Right, I think this guy is down already. Yeah, he's immune to damage. So let's just let Jaheira deal with him. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, Jaheira gives us the weapon ineffective message. So as long as she has this flame blade effective, she's not going to be able to hit the spirit troll. And her strength is getting drained. Not too badly, but... Well, let's just get rid of this guy. Come on. Come on, dude. You don't want to fight anymore. Alright, cool. He fell down while being visible. So now we have to switch to our fire arrows. And hopefully he's not going to make his saves too much. Alright, perfect. There's still one more spirit troll that we're going to have to get rid of. So we're not in the clear yet when it comes to that. But anyway, we can start looting some goodies. And let's bunch up. Alright, now Jaheira has her weapon back. We're also going to be able to use some +2 arrows maybe on Imoen. But anyway, here we have found some mithril tokens, and there's going to be 21 of those scattered throughout this whole level. And they're going to be used a little bit later in a special machine for some goodies. And I think I'm going to keep Senashira a little bit in the back, because I don't want her stone skins to get cut through just yet, and this fight with the minotaurs is not too difficult. And hopefully we can save her stone skins for some tougher fights in a little bit, because she doesn't have any more stone skin casts available to her, so those are her last stone skins for now. Yeah, these minotaurs are not a big deal. Alright. So a little bit more of these tokens, some scrolls, some projectiles. That's going to be the general theme when it comes to loot on this level. We also don't need this Hand of Dace anymore, or this Kurtulmak crystal stone. Here we need to use our last Death Ward on Senashira, because we need to get ourselves some paintings. We're going to collect some art pieces. So here we have the first one, and that's a Mind Flayer painting. And these statues here, as you can see, are cursor changes. And from the description they give us, in one hand, each of these statues is going to hold a painting, and the other hand is going to be raised in warning, because whenever we try to loot the painting, these statues are going to unleash a trap that you cannot disarm or avoid in any way, so we just need to be protected against their effects. And this one is going to be a disintegration trap, and we made our save, but even if we didn't, we are protected by Death Ward, so we wouldn't just instantly die. And these two are going to be fire traps. This one is Incendiary Cloud, and this one is a Fireball, I think. Yeah. So Senashira, of course, is protected, so we were able to retrieve all of these paintings.
Wear the scars of battle with pride, Anoman, like one who truly believes his cause.
I must. It is what pushes me forward. Doubt is the enemy.
There's a little banter between Jaheira and Anoman. There is only the here and now, and what can be done within. It's actually a decent bit of insight, but Jaheira has some concerns about that. Anyway, let's just rearrange what we need to rearrange here. We also got this Minotaur Horn, which is going to be useful later. So here we have the 4 paintings, the Mind Flayer, the Umber Hulk, Troll, and Genie, and they are going to be used essentially as keys to open some passages in a little bit. But first we're going to fight our way to this room over here, because it's going to be very useful for us. There's going to be 2 more trolls on the way. One, I think, is on the other side. So actually, let's already bring him in. And let's cast the last Flame Blade on Jaheira. Alright, there you are, dude.
Speak your mind.
Something up? Alright,
It's your servant.
I shall go forth at your
Yes,
command.
it must be done.
Let's just not get Senashira stuck in there, and I think I'm going to leave her out of this fight as well, just so she can keep at least some stone skins. I want to have some of her stone skins active for a fight that's going to be actually our next fight here, just so she doesn't get interrupted so easily. But anyway, here we have this interesting room with these 4 orbs that are going to unleash a certain spell effect when used to someone who's standing on this plate in the middle. And not all of these effects are beneficial. This one is going to slow us, and this one is going to unleash a lightning bolt, but this one heals, and the other one hastes. So we can get a lot of like free healing. Oh, you're too far away. Yeah, we can just fully heal everybody
It shall be done.
using this. And yeah, we got the message that if no one stands on the
If that's what you want.
central mosaic, the effect is not going to be unleashed.
Time to move? No problem at all.
Yeah, one day.
Yes?
One day.
Yep, you can count on me. What is it?
Alright, so we got some full healing. And now we're going to go back to the starting area, and we're going to proceed the other way.
Yes, without hesitation.
And unfortunately our spirit armor has expired on both Senashira and on Anaman, and I would like to renew it already, but there is a chance that we are going to get dispelled, because on the other side of this door there's going to be another group of the Yuan-ti boys, and they're going to have a mage with them. So I think I'm going to renew the spirit armors after the fight, but we can get some general pre-buffs. Let's just get the protection from evil, and also we need to give some buffs to Edwin. Let's give him a stone skin, let's give him some mirror images. I think I'm going to hold off on Senashira's mirror images for a little bit later,
Nature's servant.
but yeah, we can probably get the iron skins on Jaheira here.
I require rest.
Can probably throw in a bless,
What you want?
and I think, oh yeah, I should have pre-buffed Imoen with this armor way
Would be welcome, lest we
back, because it's not a too impressive spell, but it's better than nothing. It improves her armor class by a little bit, and I'm going to buff her up with some improved invisibility for this next fight. So hopefully she can get a cast off without being pestered too much, especially since our entry here is a
Yes?
pretty tight choke point.
Demand that
Anyway, let's head on in.
was not this long, even when
So there are the Yuan-ti. Okay, so he unleashed his spell sequencer right away, hasting everybody, and that means that he's not going to have any more like instant protections.
What is it? If it must
I think
be
so. We are actually going to throw in a remove magic from Imoen, in the hopes of dispelling perhaps the mage, and perhaps at least some of these Yuan-ti guys, and dispelling the haste off of them, so
be done.
they become a little bit less effective in the fight. She only has 3 thrown daggers. I should have paid more attention to that. Right, and let's try to spread out a little bit. And we'll see about that.
I shall go forth at your command.
I think we might also throw in a quick Holy Smite in there. Although actually no, if it blinds them, then we don't want that dispelled by the remove magic. We're going to wait with that for just a little bit. Alright, that was effective. So let's focus our attention
Well enough.
Speak.
with our physical damage on that Yuan-ti mage.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
And now, Edwin, what can you offer us? Let's get that glitter dust going.
You
Because we still have the option of throwing a quick spell thrust and breach combo on the mage, but I don't think we're going to need it now that the remove magic was actually effective on him.
I stand up.
Although that means that he still has that minor spell turning, and I would like him to be vulnerable to some spells, I think, just to be able to interrupt him. Oh yeah, and he still has that mantle. Alright, so we will have to do that quick combo. So let's actually use spell thrust from Senashira, and then we're going to use breach, yeah, on Edwin.
something up?
Alright, so let's just focus our fire in the meantime. Focus our physical damage on some of these Yuan-ti dudes. This one is badly injured, so let's try to finish him off. And actually, let's get Edwin in position. And Edwin can actually serve as a tank here with his stone skins and mirror images. Alright, so now this guy is vulnerable to spells already. Let's bring him over. And let's actually offer him a little acid arrow. Alright, that interrupted his spell. I think that was a remove magic, so that's very nice. And let's try to offer him some physical damage as well. Yeah, and Edwin can at least take some attention of some of these Yuan-ti guys on him, just to tank some of their hits with his protections. Right, Animan, you might want to retreat a little bit. Alright. That was very nice. That was very nicely done by you, Edwin. Alright, now is the time to renew some of our spirit armors and some other protections perhaps. Did I click spirit armor? Yeah, Animan needs that. We can also throw him a little heal. I think what we're going to do, these are the chambers that are going to be opened by our paintings. And I think we're just going to first fight our way through to a room over here, because it's going to have more thrown daggers for us, now that Kiranai is totally out. We could give her the quarterstaff. She has 1 proficiency point in quarterstaff, and I guess Jaheira could use her club, but I think she's going to need magical weapons. Anyway, behind this door there's going to be a spirit troll, here there's going to be a mind flayer, and that genie, that noble genie that actually cast invisibility once we entered this whole map, is going to be behind door number 4. And here there's going to be an Umber Hulk. And this passage actually leads further. Let's finish our buffing up here. So let's get Senashira that spirit armor, and I think we might as well summon ourselves our first skeleton here. Should be pretty useful. Alright, we still have our chaotic commands, so we can approach with these 3 people and open the passage. And behind this door there's going to basically a specimen of a certain type that's kind of tougher than the usual. So this Umber Hulk actually has quite a lot of HP. We don't have any range damage on Kiranai anymore, but we can get Imoen in there, and I think that should be okay. Now he's going to be able to take quite a bit of a beating. Alright, our stone skins are still there. It was Jaheira's iron skins that were just cut through by the Umber Hulk. I was going off of the sound cue there. Alright, finally he's dead. 10,000 experience for him, and yeah, I think we're going to push forward just to give Kiranai some ranged weapons. And here we have some wolf wares. Animan regenerated a little bit, so I think he might join us in the fight as well.
Edwin do this, Edwin do that. Somebody get this jerk a banana.
Someone give this jerk a banana. Love that one. It's one of his rare responses.
Time to write you up.
Alright, we're getting through those, no problem. Okay. Also, we might loot this jar. Actually, the darts +1 I am going to leave there. Let's actually have maybe Animan keep the jewelry. Bullets go to Jaheira, arrows go to Imoen, and bolts go to Kiranai. So everything is sorted. Alright, behind this door there's going to be a stone golem. Actually, let's keep Senashira out a little bit, because he might cast his slow. Right, and now we can get Senashira in there. So we're kind of relying on her damage here with her magical weapons and with her unfatigued status. Right, and here I believe, yeah, here we have the thrown daggers. Alright, our supply is replenished. Some more of these tokens, scrolls, projectiles, all that stuff. Alright, these tokens unfortunately don't stack too much. But yes, now we have a nice supply of thrown daggers again.
I will carry no more. Find your trinket upon the ground.
Alright. Behind this door there's a machine for these tokens, but we're going to
Yes?
go there a little bit later, once we have all of these tokens collected from the whole level. Alright, and now is the time to fight guys behind these doors. We are still, unfortunately, slowed
Could we not have hired some poor
on Animen,
for us? This is
but other than that, our condition is pretty good, I think, so
It shall be done,
let's...
and done well.
You know, I've also been neglecting his single target buffs on Animen because I always want to like go and not lose too much time on buffing, but I think here this is warranted. This is going to also pass some time, so his slow might expire soon. Let's actually give him some single target buffs and throw in a chant afterwards. And also we might have this Armor of Faith on Jahiera. Alright, his slow is now not there anymore.
All right.
You're actually going to have to use your spear here for that spirit troll, and he can be a problematic one. But hopefully he's not going to be too annoying for us.
go. All
Right, and do you have anything that you could use? Oh, also the strength on Jaheira apparently expired. Yeah, so you can at least buff up Jaheira. Alright, let's lure this spirit troll a little bit in the open, so we can properly surround him.
What you want?
Take that, troll! With your invisibility shenanigans. Alright, this is going actually pretty well. Our hits are connecting, his hits are not connecting. Alright, cool. This is my trick, you know. This is my trick. I need to hype up someone for the fight to really go well. Right, Imoen, go! And don't do this to me, troll. Don't do this to me, troll. Troll, don't do this to me, dude. All right, whew. 3 save versus spell in a row. All right, but fortunately we had enough arrows. All right, cool. 2 more fights to go. I think first we're going to deal with the Mind Flayer. Let's actually get this skeleton warrior in there.
Yes?
And this is what we've been saving this protection from. Well, actually not. I'm realizing now, I remembered that also we need this protection from magical weapons even more for a fight in here. So his intelligence draining powers are going to be quite a concern for us. I think we're going to try and have this skeleton warrior tank. We might actually get another one. Tank the Mind Flayer. We still have our chaotic commands on most of our guys.
If that's what you want.
This is going on to Kiranai, so actually the guys that are not protected, let's get them away.
Whatever you desire.
one day.
Speak without doubt.
Alright, Kiranai saved against that, very nice.
Something this way then?
Yes, quickly and precisely.
Let's try to get some hits in.
Next time.
Alright, not that target. Bad Ulitharid.
Point the sword, the light shall prevail.
Alright, one of our skeleton warriors is down,
Gotcha good.
but he's now injured. We're getting through to him. What's our intelligence? Still 12. Alright, he managed to heal himself, unfortunately. Still 12. I was going to message for like Devour Brain, but I just want to be safe in case I miss some of these messages. Also, we haven't looted the Spirit Troll because these specimen here actually drop some stuff. We get another healing potion, and we get a 2-handed sword, and from the troll we get a katana. This one is Malakar, a +2 enchanted katana with a little boost to armor class. Unfortunately, these items are not going to be particularly useful to us. And this 2-handed sword, can Edwin identify that? Yeah. So that's Flame of the North, +2 enchanted 2-handed sword with some extra damage versus chaotic evil and a little bit of magic resistance. It's kind of like a younger brother to Karsamir, almost. Yeah, we can keep that. Alright, so now the last fight here with the genie.
What is it? If it must
I am
be
going to
done.
pre-buff Senashira with some minor globe. And we're going to keep our other party members kind of available, but I think we want to mostly solo the fight with Senashira and the Skeleton Warrior.
Yes, certainly.
Because this guy has some... yeah, he has Shadow Door. But he also has
What is it?
some,
As you will.
I think, lower level damaging spells. Has some protections, I think.
Will be done.
Tell me.
Well, let's bring Kiranai over.
Not to.
Maybe try to get him out of... Okay, he has Globe. Right,
Yes,
there he is.
certainly.
He doesn't have any physical protections, though, applied right now, so let's actually try to take advantage of that.
What hideous monkey work.
Man that we stopped.
Alright, so there's a cloud kill,
He was not this long
What
ago
is
but
when I
he
was
died anyway.
in the order.
Alright, so that was pretty easy. He just has a scroll for us.
Yes, without hesitation. What is it?
At
Alright,
your
now we
order.
don't have Zone of Sweet Air anymore.
This will not take long.
But actually, let's just go through this cloud kill with Senashira and Anomen only.
Yes, if it must be done.
This is not that big of a deal. Actually, we were going to have to wait out this minor globe anyway, because for this fight we want to haste
What is it?
Senashira.
Be done.
So we're going to have to wait this effect out anyway. Well, we might have this Skeleton Warrior as some cannon fodder. But basically, in this room,
Certainly.
there are 3 clay golems that we're going to have to take care of. And they activate whenever you attack them or when you loot the contents of this chest. The door closes, and there's kind of a cool ambush when they all activate. And of course, clay golems need blunt weapons, and we only have this one mace that I thought we were going to rest and get ourselves some more blunt weapons. But as it is now, we only have this one, and we have that that staff +3. But I think we're going to do more damage with the mace. Let's just try that out. Yeah, slightly more damage with the mace +3. And so yeah, we need magical blunt weapons, and of course these clay golems,
Could we not
they
have
apply that
some
curse
fools do
that
this
prevents
for
any
us?
healing, and without resting we're not going to be able to get rid of this curse. I think we have remove curse on Senashira. I don't think we might... we don't have remove curse on anyone, I think. It turns out. Yeah, it's a level 4 spell. So we actually don't even have that spell. We would have to use a cleric spell for that. But anyway. Alright,
Yes?
now that expired, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to also summon this aerial servant that also delivers blunt damage, and we're going to haste these guys here. And I think Imoen still has, yeah, Imoen has haste. So let's just cast haste on the guys over there. Oh my god, I thought somehow I clicked behind the corner because she kept moving. So I wanted to just reposition her to be outside of this haste's effect, because I don't want to haste anyone else, not to fatigue them even more. But anyway, in that case,
What is it?
we're going to have to go
Something else?
and just teleport ourselves to this room.
It will be done.
In order not to waste any more time, I'm just going to use the teleport, and we're going to have to use the haste from here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it might haste Imoen, but
Name it.
you know what? Let's actually use Edwin for that. If he gets hasted, we don't really care about him being fatigued. Because I think this effect, this haste, is going to be an AoE effect. Oh, well, we might as well heal Senashira with that. But haste is over here.
This place is just darn creepy.
Yeah, Edwin got hasted as well.
Yes,
But that doesn't really matter all that much.
without
So let's
doubt.
teleport our guys back.
I
This haste is
require
going to last long enough so that, you know, it's not like cheating. We're not going to get more out of the haste duration, I guess, by teleporting.
Without hesitation.
Alright, so let's go inside. So we have the aerial servant and Senashira, who's going to have to deliver the damage, and the skeleton warrior can be a little bit of a distraction. And
Would be welcome.
also we need to open up this chest. And we basically are going to have 4 rounds on Senashira, not to get affected by that nasty curse.
This will not take long.
Once we cast protection from magical weapons. Alright, so distract them, please. I'm going to cast that right away, and yeah, now we have 4 rounds to kill them with our hasted Aerial Servant and Senashira, and I think we should be able to do it just fine, yeah. Alright, cool. So in that chest we had some more tokens, and we had this Gessen's string. So now once we get our stuff back, our bag of holding back, and we get back to Athkatla, we are going to be able to assemble the short bow of Gessen, because we have both that shaft and the string now. And can give this to Animan maybe, and these protective scrolls can go to Jaheira. This can go to Edwin. And yeah, now we can re-equip ourselves properly.
Yes.
Alright, so this whole part of the dungeon, except this room with the machine, that we still don't have enough tokens for, we have explored. And after this hallway, there's going to be a certain event, and we are kind of perfectly on time, so I think we're going to leave that out for the next episode. And for now, I'm going to cut this here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.